Hey guys, it's me, Ben. I'm just making a video, as you can see from the title, about Robot of Sherwood, the Doctor Who episode from Series 8. I watched it last night, and I wanted to make a video. I won't say what I thought beforehand, or what I thought this time. Sorry, I'm just distracted by a puzzle. It's dirty. Why is it dirty? What on earth? Oh, for goodness sake. That, I don't know if you can... I don't know what that is. But I know who did it. And I know that he's 25. Anyway. A puzzle. Anyway. Right. Yeah, so I wanted to make a video about Robot of Sherwood. Basically, the episode starts in the TARDIS. I believe it starts in the TARDIS, I don't really care, that's where I'm starting. In the TARDIS, with the Doctor writing on the chalkboard. Very smart things, I can't remember any of them. Very smart thing. Oh, so smart. Those things, very smart. So smart. Yeah, so he's writing on the chalkboard, and he says to Clara, "We can go where you want." And Clara's like, "Where I want, you're going to be judgmental about." And not a great friend if that's what you're thinking, but who cares? Yeah, so she wants to go and see Robin? She wants to go and see Robin Hood, but the Doctor says he's not even a man that existed ever. He's not real. So they go and see Robin Hood a long time ago, and there's Robin Hood. He shoots an arrow at the TARDIS. Yeah, the Doctor looks out, and then he shoots an arrow at the TARDIS, and then the Doctor and he have a little fight. He pulls out a sword, and I think he says to the Doctor, "Pull your sword out, man." And the Doctor says, "I don't need a sword, I've got a spoon." And Robin Hood says, "Ah, I see you've played Knifey Spoony before," and they have a little fight. The Doctor does a thing where he loses his spoon and trips Robin up. He goes like that. Oh, I'm putting my arms out, I don't know if the jumper's too dark. But yeah, he got a BBC News notification. Should we see what that was? A capital brought to its knees as brutal gangs control the everyday lives of its citizens. BBC's Orla Guerin reports from Port-au-Prince, Haiti. He does that, and then the Doctor, and then he trips up Robin Hood, and pushes him into the water, and then Robin Hood comes up from the other side of the bridge and pushes the Doctor into the water. I want to say it's a Laurel and Hardy reference, but either way, he pushes him into the water, and then they go and meet the Merry Men, and the Doctor's scanning them all because he doesn't believe that any of these people are real at this point. So the Doctor's scanning them all, plucking bits of hair, just testing if they're humans or not, and they are. Turns out they all are. At this point, I was like, this isn't bad, this is fun. It's just silly. It's just the Doctor doing something silly. Sure, why not? My only problem with the episode so far is I could take or leave Clara. I'm not a big fan of the character. Well, see, that's the trouble, is that the character is fine. I just don't think that she's portrayed very well. I think also that the character that's in Peter Capaldi's series of Clara and the character that's in Matt Smith's series of Clara, they're two different versions of the same character. It's the same actor. That's, I think, the link, really. That's it. It is the same character because it's the same actor. That's it. And it doesn't work for me. The ball with that companion was completely dropped And I think it wasn't helped by the fact that the actor wanted to stay on when I don't think she should have joined. Anyway, yeah, it goes to the Sheriff of Nottingham, and he is talking to Maid Marian. I think it turns out she was Maid Marian. I wasn't really paying attention to that because from my... No, she does have lines. She talks to the doctor at one stage. Sorry, the screen went black. Yeah, she does have lines, but I don't think very many. 2 or 3, probably. From memory. Maybe she's got more that I've forgotten. I don't know. Either way, she is there with her father, I think. And the Sheriff of Nottingham takes her prisoner and kills him. For some reason. Anyway, takes her prisoner because he's got a gold factory and he wants people to do gold for him. At that point, I think it's after then, there's a archery bow and arrow competition between Robin Hood and the Sheriff of Nottingham. Tinker, I feel like something. Tinker is who Robin Hood's going by. I don't care. That happens. Robin Hood splits the arrow, is awarded the gold arrow. The doctor comes along, splits the arrow, is awarded the gold arrow. Robin Hood splits the arrow, is awarded the gold arrow. Well, that doesn't actually happen, but he does keep splitting the arrow. That keeps happening, and that was fun, I thought. That I know I said that like it's annoying, but that was fun, I thought. I liked that. Then the doctor pulls out the sonic screwdriver and blows up the bloody target, and it's just like, it was so close. That, I think, was the turning point for me. That, I think, I was like, oh, okay. I don't think anything good happened after that. Not like I remember. I don't remember anything good happening at all after that. Maybe it soured it for me, but I don't think so. I think it just... Nothing good happens after that. They get captured, Robin Hood, Clara, and the Doctor. Sheriff of Nottingham talks to Clara because the guy who's guarding them, the guard, thinks she's the leader, so sends her to talk to Sheriff of Nottingham, and that happens, and then, that happens. Robin Hood and the Doctor bicker, which I don't think is a problem in, like, they wouldn't be doing that. But I do think it's a problem in that that's not fun to watch. That's not fun to watch. I mean, that's not fun to watch. It's not fun to watch that. Just people having an argument. Boring. Almost as boring as me talking about it for so long. Where was I? The Doctor and Robin get out of prison. They go to a spaceship, and the Doctor sees loads of things about Robin Hood on the screen. It's nice because Patrick Troughton as Robin Hood comes up as one of the pictures. So the Doctor's like, oh, you're fake then. You're definitely fake. And not turns on Robin because he already didn't like him anyway because he thought he was a not real person. But is like, you're the villain. Robin doesn't know what he's talking about. Then Sheriff of Nottingham and Clara and some robots come in, and then Robin gets out whilst kidnapping Clara, now maybe I should talk about this later, but I don't remember any explanation for this part, that part that I just spoke about. I don't remember any explanation for why the robots had Robin Hood's picture. I'm sure it probably must have been in there. Must have been. But I don't remember any explanation for why that happened, because he's not a baddie. Stuff happens, Clara, I don't care. It doesn't matter. Skip it. Let's skip that part and go straight to Robin Hood and Sheriff of Nottingham meet up, and the part I'm skipping, by the way, nothing happens. Robin Hood and the Sheriff of Nottingham have a battle. They meet up. For some reason, the Sheriff of Nottingham shuts down his robots to fight Robin on his own. So I guess that's the reason, so he can fight Robin on his own. But couldn't he just have done that and let them do the other stuff, like killing the Doctor and Clara? I don't know. Oh, also, before, in the part that I skipped over, I think it was before that even, I don't know, Maid Marian and the Doctor are talking, and they form a uprising against the robots. It's boring, and it happens. It happens. Nothing happens because of it. Basically, then, the Sheriff of Nottingham and Robin Hood fight above gold that's melted, or melting, and the Sheriff knocks Robin Hood's sword out of his hand, and Robin Hood does the same thing that the Doctor did, where he puts his arms out and he trips him up and he pushes the Sheriff of Nottingham into the gold, and there's quite a nice shot of like his hand on the edge, grabbing on there, and the other one like reaching up, but they're both gold. But yeah, that's the story's over. Now, what happens, because the baddies are still there, is the robots get back into their spaceship for some reason. The spaceship is going to explode for some reason, but it doesn't have enough gold. Doesn't have enough gold to get into orbit. So when it explodes, it's going to blow up Earth. So the Doctor is like, "Have you still got that gold arrow? Because that might provide us enough gold to get it into orbit and away from Earth before it blows up." And turns out he can't shoot an arrow for some reason. He was using in that the archery battle, or whatever you'd call it. He was using fake arrows. I can't remember what he refers to them as, but he like remote control arrows or something. So he can't shoot. Clara can't shoot either, and the Sheriff of Nottingham cut Robin's arm. So all three of them together decide to shoot the arrow. Sure, might as well have things happen. So they shoot the arrow, and it hits into the spaceship. So they shoot the arrow, and it hits into the spaceship. It hits the spaceship, goes in, ding, but it's sticking out, and that's enough gold. The spaceship goes into orbit, blows up. But it didn't do anything. It literally went in. You could see it from really far away. You could still see it pointing out. So it didn't... If it went through the hole. But it didn't. It's like if you wanted your car to move, but it wasn't. It was empty, so you decided to tip petrol on top of it, and that was enough. I don't get it. And the worst thing is that it wasn't necessary either. It wasn't as if, like, we've got to write ourselves out of a hole. You wrote yourselves into that hole. Or Mark Gatiss wrote the episode. He wrote himself into a hole that he had to find his way out of, when he could have just not written that hole. And by that, I literally mean he decided to do that rather than just have the spaceship go into orbit. What? I don't know if I have left a good cut, so I might not have. I'm sorry also if you can hear barking, but it's just not going to stop. The trouble is that if it's not your dog, you can't tell them to and not as in you can't give another... I mean, you can't, or shouldn't, I guess, but, like, it's not going to listen to me, so there's no point in even trying. And it would never understand I'm trying to film a video, you know? Anyway, where was I? Yeah, the Doctor and Robin go to the TARDIS, and they have I think Clara must have already gone in. They have a nice little chat at the TARDIS where they're like, I don't feel like a hero. Both of them don't feel as though themselves are heroes, despite what other people say. And Robin says, but if we keep on acting like heroes, perhaps, perhaps someone will do something heroic in our name. And I thought that was a nice little wrap up. Anyway, that's the episode. I don't really have anything else. The arrow bit was the main thing that kind of stuck out to me. Is there anything I've missed out? Just popping back in. I've been for a walk. I did hurt my hand. I did that during the filming of the last one, so it's not new. Anyway, yeah, just wanted to cover a few things that I missed. Mainly, I wanted to talk about the ending, with basically the Doctor and Clara go off in the TARDIS, and Clara says something to the Doctor like, "Do you think that he'll be okay?" or something like that. I can't remember what she says, but he says, "Well, I've left him something." And the TARDIS goes off, and the thing that has been left for him is Maid Marian. The Doctor has left him something, as in has left him his woman to conquer. I don't know. It really irked me. I don't know if it's even a real issue. I think it is, but it irked me. If you watch that and you think I'm making mountains out of molehills, then I'm sorry for doing that, but I don't think I am. I think it was weird. I think it's a really weird thing to say. Very, very odd. Very odd, even for 2015? 14? Series 8, 2014. One of the things I remember from broadcast, or one of the things that he says, and I remember from broadcast, it's sticking out to me, one of the, like, a suspicion that the Doctor has about how Robin Hood and the Merry Men could be alive at all, is that they're in a miniscope, perhaps, which I remember really liking that. It's a nice little reference. It seems silly to even mention it, actually, but I feel like I'm mentioning it for the younger me. The last thing, I just wanted to say that I really like the name. It's Robot of Sherwood. I think the name would be better if it was Robots of Sherwood. I don't really know why it's not, seeing as there's more than one robot, but Robot of Sherwood. Either way, it's a really good name. I really like it. I think that's a great Doctor Who title. And I also don't care to explain why I feel like that. If it's not obvious, then just assume I didn't say that, because I don't want to justify it. But if it's obvious, then that's great. Was there anything else that I wanted to say? Just that I didn't really touch on the spaceship again. I said I should probably talk about it later and instead, but I didn't actually do that. Yeah, I don't know why he was there, but as I say, probably it was explained in the episode, and it's my fault. I could have looked it up. Is that? Okay. Yeah, I could have looked it up, but I didn't look up why that was there. If I had to guess, it would probably be just the case of that they went there, the alien robots race went there because they had heard the legend of Robin Hood, or they had received information about it, and that was just where they went. That would be my guess. I'm sorry if I sounded like I was going to do a joke or make that unbelievable. That would be my guess. Genuinely. And maybe that's my guess because that is what happened in the episode and I subconsciously picked up on it, but I don't remember picking up on anything. But I also am not in control of my subconscious. And I don't know how to wrap this up, but also it's not the end of the video. So I have to wrap it up. I hope that you have enjoyed this video. And I just, yeah, I'm trying to think of a really easy, just because the last two that I did, I ended it with a little song quote. I'm trying to think of one, and a way to shoehorn it in nicely, but I can't do that. Did I do that for the rankings one anyway? Is it a thing? Maybe it's not a thing. I don't know. Robin Hood. There's got to be a song about Robin Hood. Probably. But it's not coming to my mind. I feel like there's definitely a song that mentions Errol Flynn even, but I can't think of that. Well, oh well. Bye.